Thank you, Jason David Frank.
And Mr. Saban.
That's Tom.
And that's Chris.
Forever Red is my favorite Power Rangers crossover. But can we top it?
We have our own concept, so stay tuned.
It's PRNT time.
This is David from Amarillo, Texas. It's PRNT time.
Welcome, Rangers,
To this episode of
PRNT,
your source for all things
Power Rangers.
On this episode, we're going to talk about the result of our brainstorming the other day. We got to thinking about our own dream crossover episode, and we think we have a pretty good concept nailed down.
That's right. First of all, it wouldn't just be one episode. It would be a 14 to 20 episode finale of the entire Power Rangers series.
Something we hate to think about, the end of Power Rangers, but it might happen.
That's right. There is a beginning, an alpha, so there also has to be an end, an omega.
Right.
Which is why we think a perfect title for this series would be Power Rangers Project Omega.
Here's how it starts. We fade in on the outside of a building that looks vaguely familiar. Once we cut inside, we see Alpha, who's tinkering around on some stuff, working on this, working on that. And we slowly realize that he's been rebuilding a new command center since we last saw him on Operation Overdrive.
The camera slowly pans over to a glass tube, which we know what that is. Then we hear Alpha muttering something about almost acquiring the signal.
Eventually we hear a voice, very faint, very distant. Alpha. Alpha. Can you hear me? And then we finally recognize that voice as Zordon.
Zordon, is that you? Mutters Alpha. Yes, it's me, Alpha. You reached me just in the nick of time, says Zordon. A great evil is headed towards Earth, and it's time to launch Project Omega.
Without missing a beat, Alpha pushes one of the buttons on one of the consoles, and we see all the Rangers, past, present, and future, teleported into the command center.
That's right. We say past, present, and future because we know Time Force and SPD are set in the future.
Right.
Andros steps forward from this crowd, confused and shocked because he thought that he had destroyed Zordon at the end of In Space.
Zordon then tells him that no, he didn't destroy him, he just broke his connection with Earth, which Alpha has since restored. Once all the confusion has settled down, Zordon tells the Rangers that a great evil force is again threatening the universe and the Earth, and it's up to the Rangers to stop it.
That's right. The evil force is Dark Spectre.
Wait. Time out. Didn't they defeat Dark Spectre, though?
Yes, they did defeat Dark Spectre from this universe. However, this is the Dark Spectre from the RPM universe.
Okay.
Yes. So we are to believe that the Dark Spectre from the RPM universe is alive and well, and he's come to our universe to take over. So he found his way across dimensions, and he has formed an elite team bent on destroying the Earth and the Power Rangers once and for all.
Dark Spectre's generals have launched many attacks throughout the universe on many different fronts, and Zordon tells the Rangers that it's his plan to divide all the Rangers up into teams based on colors. So there's a red team, a blue team, a pink team, so on and so forth. Each team is going to be led by a veteran Ranger who has at least been part of 2 different teams. Okay? And those Rangers are going to be at their full potential, meaning that they can morph into any suit that they once wore. So for example, Tommy can morph into his green, white, either of his reds, and his black suit.
I love you, JDF. The Rangers then split into their respective teams and head off to fight Dark Specter's evil forces on different fronts.
The next 12 episodes or so follows each Ranger team as they're completing their own battles, and it shows how they're working together and how what they're doing is relating to the bigger picture.
That's right. It also will give us a chance to look back on each individual Ranger's lives and what they've been up to since their season's finale.
Right.
The finale of this season would then bring all the Rangers back together for the final battle against Dark Specter, in which we see a Zord for the first time. It turns out that Alpha's rebuilt command center was actually a giant Zord, and it'll have a sector for each color team in it. The Zord is so huge that the final battle will have to be fought out in deep space.
And that's where we're going to stop. We're not going to give you the ending to our concept, but I'm sure you can probably figure out what happens. So this is just one thought we had about a possible crossover episode. If you have an idea for your own crossover episode, put it in the comments below.
That's right. Now, if you really want to see a Power Rangers reunion in 2018 for their 25th anniversary, please go to the link in the description to sign a petition that Stuart Green has created. If you sign the petition and share it with your friends, hopefully this dream can become a reality. You can also check out Stuart's group by following the Facebook link as well in the description. Stuart is very passionate about making a 2018 25th anniversary reunion happen. And I would love to see something like that. So please, try and help make this a reality.
25 years of Power Rangers. Wow, that's crazy to think about, but it's awesome at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, liking, and commenting on this video. If you go here, you could like us on Facebook.
If you go here, you can follow us on Twitter.
And if you go here, you can follow us on Instagram.
And remember, as we sign off, our hope is that the power will always protect you.
Let's power down.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of our Dream Crossover. As you may have noticed in our last couple episodes, we have somebody new kind of introducing us, saying it's PRNT time. And if you would like to help us start every show, here's how you can do that.
You go to our Facebook page right here and send us a video clip of you saying your name, where you're from, and it's PRNT time, and you can be at the beginning of one of our episodes.
Also, you may have heard us mention Power Rangers Project Omega. So we want to start another contest just for you, Rangers.
That's right. We want to see who can professionally make a Power Rangers Project Omega logo. The one I made was kind of cheaply made and lame. We want to see you do awesome fan art. This could be the logo. We also would love to see fan art of us or our command centers, or give us a new command center.
Anything you want to design, we'll include it.